10 things I wish I knew before I became a recluse. Hey, as most of you know that watch this channel, I am kind of on my own up here. I'm on my own little hill. There are a couple of houses behind me. One of the guys there part-time, the other guy is kind of a recluse like me. I'm on over an acre of land here. You can see this little town behind me. It's got about 2,500 people in it. Yeah, coming from Los Angeles, that was a big culture shift. So I worried before I moved up here. I've been up here about 3.5 years now. Actually, look, about 4 years. I worried about the isolation that I have here. I had a lot of worries before I moved up here, guys, because it's obviously totally different from Los Angeles, right? I mean, I was like this in Los Angeles. The last couple places I lived, I mean, like a normal neighborhood, people right to the left of you, okay? But here are 10 things I worried about before I became a recluse up here. Number 1, being alone will make me depressed. As the regular viewers of this channel know, I have struggled with depression off and on ever since I was 15 years old, okay? I was worried being all alone up here, not having neighbors right there and right there. And guys, let me tell you, it is so quiet up here at night, it's unbelievable. The last rental I had in Los Angeles, you'd hear car noises at 3 a.m., with like loud mufflers going by. Woke me up sometimes. But I worried about my ability to handle it just from a mood standpoint. I couldn't have been more wrong, guys. These 4 years of me being retired now, a little over 4 years, have been the most stable of my life. No really huge highs, no really huge lows, very, very stable. Before, I would go up and down, up and down. I think a lot of that was because of work, the stress from work. But I'm here to tell you guys, as far as isolation goes for me here and depression, it's okay. Cross those fingers. Do I have any wood around here? No wood. I'll knock on my head. So far, so good. Number 2, I worried about how it would negatively affect my relationship. So far, so good. Now, as again, most of the regular viewers on this channel know, my girlfriend and I we've been together 24 years, but we have never lived together, okay? But I am up here on my own for a couple weeks a month. How is that going to affect our relationship? We had big talks about it, believe me, before I moved up here. So far, so good. Things are going good as they have been for the last 24 years. It hasn't thrown a major kink into anything. I was very worried about that, guys. Very worried about that. Me up here on my own for 2 weeks straight. Her down there by herself for 2 weeks. Now I go back and forth, once or twice a month. I was worried about that. So far, so good. Number 3, I was worried that the ringing in my ears was going to drive me crazy. Now, I was very stupid when I was young. I worked in the music industry for 20 years. My whole thought back then was like the closer you got to the speakers, man, the more feel you'd get out of the music, the more feel. Yeah, I stood right next to the speakers without earplugs for years, young and dumb. So because of that, I have really bad ringing in my ears, tinnitus. Yeah, it can get really bad at times. So being by myself up here in the peace and quiet. Now, you can hear a little bit of traffic noise from down there. There's one road that goes through that. Depending on the direction of the wind, today you can hear it more than usual. I don't know if you can hear it here. But other than that, especially at night, it is dead quiet. So my ears are going crazy. It's a 24/7 thing. But you know what? Surprisingly, no big deal. You know what I think I've done, guys? I think I have learned to live with it. I think if I didn't have that constant ringing in my ears 24/7, it might freak me out now, to be honest with you. I have learned to live with it. So that has been not an issue. Believe me, I was worried about that before I moved up here. Number 4, being alone will limit my socialization. Wrong. If anything, it's the same as it was before when I was working, if not maybe a little more. I think we created this probably a year before I retired. There is a text group that I have with other guys who are now all retired like me. We go back and forth constantly, all day long. Serious topics, stupid topics, silly topics, all day long. Now, is that as good as face-to-face socialization? No. But I'm telling you, it takes up a big part of the socialization for me. Every once in a while we'll pick up the phone, talk to each other if there was something really ridiculously stupid on our texting. So socialization, then fine. Even though guys, I'm telling you, I can go days up here, days, without talking to someone. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a channel for people on moderate income retirement. If you think you might like that, think about subscribing and like the video as well. Number 5, my natural tendency to avoid people as an introvert will get worse. Yeah, I am not a heavy introvert by any means. I think I might be what's called an ambivert. Depending on the situation, that's who you are. But overall, I'm an introvert. Throughout my life, I'm not someone who's going to go out and search for people. I, at times, tended to avoid people. You know what? The opposite is true up here. You know what's happened, guys? I find myself reaching out to people, and I think it's because of the isolation I have here pretty much 24/7. I usually get out first thing in the morning, just to get all my errands done, whatever. I find myself reaching out to people more than I ever have before. So that is the total opposite of what I thought would happen. Number 6, I won't take care of myself because I'm up here on my own. Hey, man. Look, well, as you know in my videos, I'm pretty much a sloppy slob because I can be. I'm retired. Sweats, t-shirts. In the summer, shorts, t-shirts. But it doesn't mean I'm not taking care of myself. I thought I could get so lax that I would just sit around like a big blob all day long. No, I'm actually exercising more now than I did when I was in Los Angeles. Number 1, I have more time. I'm not working. But number 2, I think it's because there's so much time in the day. So why not take an hour out and exercise, half an hour out and exercise? I try and do some kind of exercise, either walking or lifting weights every day. Now, am I always successful? No. But I find myself taking care of myself more than I was when I was in LA. Number 7, the lack of options will kill you. Guys, look below me on the video. That's about it. There are some little towns across the lake there, about the same size as here. There's another town this way and another town this way, about the same size as we have here. Not many options. You can't go out to we don't even have a movie theater. Okay, not that I'm a big person to go see movies, at a movie theater, but that's an option. There are not much options here. Okay, a couple bars, well, actually more than a couple bars, but I'm not a big drinker anymore. Okay, there's no theater, there's no opera, there's no nothing. Yes, I do have that outlet in LA, okay? But in the 2 to 3 weeks I spend up here on my own at one time, there aren't any options. Is that a detriment? No, so far I haven't missed it. Now, yes, some of you will say, well, you're going back and forth to LA. When you're there, you get the options. Yes, that's true. What am I on? Number 8. The cold winter months will keep me inside all day long. One thing I was worried about before I moved up here, okay, because we get snow up here. Usually it's not enough where I'm at. I'm at about 3,300 feet elevation. It's usually not enough to stay in the ground for more than maybe a day at the most, okay, because it just burns off. But I was worried because it's 20s and 30s during the day up here during the winter. But then you get these days like today. January, 12th or 13th, it is 73 degrees. So no, that isn't a problem. I am not staying in all day long in the winter. If anything, I find the same, because it gets really hot up here in the summer, 110 sometimes. I'll be in about as much in the winter as I am sometimes in the summer when it's like 110 outside. So no, that hasn't been a problem at all. Big bomber, military bomber, he's up too high. I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. Number 9, I'll sit around all day long watching TV. Hasn't been an issue. You know what I usually do is I will turn on TV first thing in the morning just to catch the news, the local headlines, whatever it is, for half an hour, then I'm out the door. At night, I will usually turn on TV about 7 or 8 o'clock, watch a couple hours of YouTube. That's about it. And then I read. I am a humongous reader, voracious reader. So I think that is one of the things that has increased since I've been up here. My reading has actually gone up, which for me It was a lot before. Now it's even a lot more now. So am I sitting around all day watching TV? No, that hasn't been an issue. And number 10, I will be bored out of my mind in my reclusive life up here. Couldn't be farther from the truth, guys. There's always something for me to do. You know, one big help has been starting this YouTube channel. And now I have an Instagram channel. If you guys haven't, checked it out, there's a link down in the description. I'm busy. I'm putting my YouTube channel about 5 to 8 hours a week on the YouTube channel. Sometimes it could get a little more. Instagram's easy, man. 60-second, boom, video, put it up. I don't know, 2-3 hours a week. So it's not that much time that I'm spending on my social media, but it's enough to keep me occupied, And then on top of that, I have my writing, which, to be honest, lately I haven't been doing that much of, but I'm trying to get back into it. So no, I am not bored. And again, I'm a voracious reader. Reading to me is life. I'm not bored. I was really worried about that coming up here, being retired all the time of the day. Will you be bored out of your mind? No. So there you go, guys. Hey, for those of you fellow recluses, or those of you worried about moving to an isolated area, guys, if you got it set up right, your relationships, your mindset, you have things to do to keep you occupied, it's not that bad. It really isn't. In fact, I'm having a great time. So as always, from the lovely high desert, where again, now, the sun just came out from behind the clouds. Now it's probably about 76. Sorry, I know I'm probably killing you guys that in the Midwest winter right now. I apologize. We got this.